Setting up your 4SmartPhone account is really just a matter of following steps, and we've tried to make that as easy to follow as possible. I mean, we are dealing with an Exchange server and Exchange accounts, which are highly functional, have a lot of features, and so naturally there's only so much we can do to make it simple. But I think you'll agree, once you follow this through, that it is pretty easy to set up and maintain your own Exchange account. So most of the stuff that we have in line for you to help you set things up are all under the Get Started section. So when you log into your control panel for your Exchange 2010 account, it'll look a lot like this. This is in our test environment to make sure that we protect the names of the innocent, so to speak. But basically everything you'll do at the beginning of your account is under the Get Started. And this is where we kind of walk you through how to set everything up. You'll see here that we've got step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and step 5, and so on. Also, this is the place where we've located all of the major information that you're going to need to do all the additional configurations. Like if you're using a custom domain and you want to change the MX records, you would go under Advanced Settings here, and this tells you which site you're at. The default Exchange server in this case is West. There are 2 that synchronize back and forth. So your load balance, when accounts are created, they're load balanced on one server or the other. So in this case, under the West server, our test account is located. So we're going to be using West settings. If this said East.Exchange21, then we would use these East settings. For the most part, they're the same, but there are a couple differences, so we want to pay attention to those. So in this case, we are in the West server, so we're going to use these settings. So for instance, when I want to go set up my auto discover, this is the actual setting that I would use for that CNAME. We may have a video on how to do that later. If I'm going to change MX records, depending on the carrier like GoDaddy or wherever you have your domain hosted, you'll want to set the MX records to go here if you're going to host your domain with us. So this simply shows you where to do that, what those settings are, and so on. So you may reference these advanced settings in the future. But in general, we're going to be focusing on these steps, and each step, when you click on it, has a few sub-steps in them. So to get everything set up at the basic level, the primary setup, we're going to add domains if you're bringing your domain with you. If your email you're hosting with us is going to be a Gmail or Hotmail or some other account that you don't own, then you'll skip this step. And this is where we add users to the account. And so these are all the people that are going to have mailboxes. If it's just you, then you're just going to add a mailbox for yourself, and so on. And then account contacts are any other people that you're going to set up so that they have access to this same control panel. So maybe they can update the credit card information or go in and add mailboxes, etc. That's step 1. Step 2, then, you can see, is to download Outlook if you don't have it already, or Entourage, and then run the profile helper. And again, it's important to pay attention to which site that your server is located on, so you can make sure to choose the right profile helper, and it will configure Outlook properly. And then after you complete step 2, you'll want to go into the collaboration step, where you set up a global address list of company contacts. You'll set up distribution lists if you want to set up a sales or a support or anything like that, and have them automatically deliver to different users in your organization. And if you want to set up public folders, you would turn those on here as well. Under step 4, we set up our phones. This is the place where we want to do that. So there's some other things and other features where we set up different kinds of messaging and wireless and so on. Generally, this is where you just set up your phones. Most people don't use the communication server or some of these other advanced features. They're either setting up an active sync server, or they're activating BlackBerry Internet Service on their account. BlackBerry Enterprise Service on their account. And then finally, the last step is just deciding if you want to give mailbox users a particular set of privileges in the account. Otherwise, you're all set. You're pretty much just sending users their welcome emails so that they know what their logins are for their new account. So in the rest of this video series, we're going to discuss each of these steps in finer detail. So stay tuned.